Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sanford Strongarm. I come to you from the Coacatus First Nation, where I make my home here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I'm here to help out in doing the emceeing of this very important occasion in the National Indigenous Peoples Day celebration. Welcome. I would like to thank the sponsorship of the NIPD celebration, Celebrate Canada, saskculture, Saskatoon Public Schools.
Good afternoon, my name is Louise Oelke. I'm the chairperson for the Saskatoon Indian Métis Friendship Centre. And welcome to Saskatoon Friendship Centre's National Indigenous Peoples Day 2020 celebrations. Currently, we are living in a very challenging times with the COVID-19 pandemic bringing most of the world to its knees. Friendship Centre is hosting the 2020 NIB celebrations online. As this pandemic has forced us to be creative in our efforts to interact with each other, this is SIMFC's endeavor to bring joy, entertainment, and relief to with all of the sadness we have endured in the last 4 months. It is our sincerest hope this lineup of great Indigenous entertainers will put a smile on your face, enjoy the diverse talent amongst Indigenous people, and help you recognize some of the upcoming talents of the Saskatoon Indigenous community. On behalf of the Friendship Centre, Board of Directors, we extend greetings and hope you delight in the marvelous entertainment we are hosting. Merci chu, megwich, tinigi, merci, thank you. Have a good day.
I'm Perry Bellegarde, National Chief of the Assembly of First Nations. June 21st is National Indigenous Peoples Day. Let's celebrate. We are a proud, resilient people. This time of transition, it offers the whole world an opportunity to change and create a better future for everyone. We will survive this COVID-19, and we will do it while we're celebrating and practicing our cultures and our languages. Indigenous peoples have been a shining example of how humanity can move forward. And that's why I'm part of the Great Reset, a global project that recognizes the value of our First Nations worldview, returning the balance between nature and humanity. I believe First Nations can show the world how to walk this new path together. We are all connected. On National Indigenous Peoples Day, let's celebrate our resiliency. Let's celebrate our culture and our languages and our ceremonies. And let's keep our circle strong. Egose, Canada-Célébrez le Canada. Thank you.
Happy National Indigenous Peoples Day. Today offers an important opportunity to learn about and to celebrate Indigenous culture, traditions, and contributions. First Nations and Métis people are an integral part of Saskatchewan's cultural fabric. And every Canadian, young or old, can learn from and be very proud of the rich history and traditions of Indigenous peoples, because Indigenous history is Canadian history. And by understanding this history, we will move forward into a more thoughtful, inclusive, and cooperative future. Through continued engagement and collaboration with Indigenous leaders as well as communities, I know we will build a stronger province based on honor and respect. And I am very optimistic about the future here in Saskatchewan. I see a bright, prosperous future that First Nations and Métis people are a key part of. And every chance we get to celebrate and appreciate the rich culture of Indigenous peoples, we take another step towards that future. So once again, on behalf of myself and the Government of Saskatchewan, happy National Indigenous Peoples Day.
Glen McCallum, President, Métis Nation of Saskatchewan. I'm here in Batoche, beautiful day today, wonderful grounds here. It's a great place to be and to be able to speak to you as all nations come together to celebrate across Canada Indigenous Day. I'm honored on behalf of the Métis Nation to be here to represent our people. Our history is an important piece of us as Indigenous people. Our traditions, our language, our culture have shaped us in the past, present, and into the future. Even though COVID-19 is happening, we do different ways in regards to celebrating. And this year, we will celebrate through other means, especially, more importantly, to celebrate with our families. Métis and First Nations have come together in this COVID crisis. And it showed that the history of our people, the way that we used to participate and work together, is strong and well within our nations. So today, don't forget, continue to practice our identity, culture, values, and language. On behalf of the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, have yourself a great Indigenous Day. Thank you.
Tanse kakahao, Atlanate, Anin, Bonjour. Hello and bonjour. Today is National Indigenous Peoples Day 2020. And I really want to thank the team at the Saskatoon Indian Métis Friendship Center for your leadership in organizing this celebration today and for the last 24 years. You, working with your community partners, have continued to grow our community celebration on this very important national day, bringing people together here in this treaty territory, the territory of Treaty 6 and the traditional homeland of the Métis. This land, this territory, has been formed and shaped for generations by the Cree people, the Dene people, the Saulteaux people, the Lakota people, the Dakota people, and the Métis people. And it's hard this year that we aren't together at Reconciliation Circle in Victoria Park to hear live that drum and the jingle dress and the fiddle. We don't get together in person to be comforted and strengthened by the words and the prayers of elders and the beautiful sounds of young singers giving us hope and inspiration. We're foregoing this gathering to protect one another and to get through this COVID pandemic as safely as possible. And I really, really want to thank everyone for working together so well and supporting each other as a community. We will get through this together. So this year, 2020, has certainly been a year where we have really been face to face with the reality that we still have a long way to go to achieve the vision of the treaty relationship, to live and support one another as relatives on this land, not as unequal people or societies. From the rail blockades and the struggle of the Wet'suwet'en in February to the recent stories and examples of continued experiences of systemic racism in our community and the very real impact that this has on the lives of people here and across the country, we're truly in a time of reckoning. In Saskatoon, we have in many ways been on the front lines of these conversations, from the Stone Child Inquiry to Idle No More, to the struggle for justice for MMIWG, to the Rock Your Roots Walk and the incredible work of Reconciliation Saskatoon, bringing together over 100 organizations, committing to working together for change within our circle. Today, on National Indigenous Peoples Day, this is a chance to celebrate the incredible accomplishments and contributions of Indigenous peoples in Canada. Contributions that have shaped our governance, our arts, our sports, our economy, and all walks of life of our country. And it is also an important time to commit to the ongoing work of both truth and reconciliation in building a strong future. And why do we do this? We do it for our kids, for the next generation coming and the generation after that, who are relying on us to build a future where everyone has opportunity, everyone feels safe and supported to succeed in our city in Saskatoon and in Saskatchewan and in Canada, where we overcome colonial thinking and truly lives as relatives in right relationship with each other and on this land. Hi hi, Ekose, Mark Sicho, happy National Indigenous Peoples Day, everyone.
And it is time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask each and every one of you at this time, let us all rise in respect to our grand entry and the people that will be bringing in this grand entry in at this time. Let's all rise as we go to the singers of Calling Bear, if you will. Grand entry time. Hokaha boys. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor and respect to our flags, the crooked stick as we know it, the eagle staff, and of course the flags that we live under today, representing our people that have put themselves in the line of duty for our customs and our traditions. We honor that flag here today as well. And of course, we honor this land in where we come together in the Treaty 6 territory. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the flag song that we utilize here as part of our prayer, as part of our partnerships that we had made with the Crown. At this time, we go to the singers, if you will. Calling Bear Cree, oh, Kahamoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we talk about victories within our people. There have been many, many victories throughout the many, many generations within our people. Today, we still honor and respect that way of leadership. We honor and respect that way of our people educating themselves in many, many different ways, yet holding on to and maintaining a way of life, and that is our culture and our tradition. Today, we dance in victory for what we have. We dance in victory for what our ancestors have left for each and every one of us. We dance in victory for our younger people that stand with us today. It is victory time, ladies and gentlemen. Let us all dance in victory. Oh, kaha! Thank you very much, Calling Bear Singers. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, it's a part of our customary traditions as Indian people, as First Nations people of this land, that we ask the Creator for good things, continue to give us good things within our lives. And one of the things that the Creator had bestowed upon each and every one of us is that way of prayer. At this time, we call upon Senator Nora Cummings to render our prayer at this time.
That's it, and good afternoon. I'm going to do my prayer first. We thank you, Lord Creator, for giving us such a wonderful day today. I ask you, Creator, to bless each and every one of us. And our people that are here celebrating, our people that can't come together and celebrate due to the pandemic. We want to make sure, Creator, that our people are safe. So we ask you to watch over them, our children, our grandchildren, and our elders, and our mothers and fathers. Watch over all of our people today, and not only today, but help us get through this. This is a bad time for us, not only here in our city of Saskatoon, but across our province. I offer my prayers for every one of our people, and the people that are in the hospital. We have elders that are in the hospital today. I ask you, the Creator, to let them get well and come home. I ask for prayers for all the families that went through a very hard time. I also ask you, Creator, for the blessing and prayers for all the diversity of people that are suffering across our world. I ask prayers for them. We ask you, Creator, to continue to watch over all of them and each and every one of us, and that we respect one another, and that we be able to live a good life and understand one another, so that we can become not only neighbors, but become to understanding, so that we become friends, and so our children will be able to grow up and be in that way of teaching. Teach our children that. I ask our parents and young people, teach our young people not to be racist. We don't need that, Creator. All we need is that diversity of people coming together so we become strong as a nation. I thank you, Lord Creator, for today. I just want to say a few words to everybody. It's been a hard time these last few months. But through that hard times, we found so many good people, so many young people, and so many people that are in the front lines that are out helping our people, our elders, and people that are there for us. I want to thank them. I know I've had young people come and visit with me, and it means a lot to me. So we have to start coming together. Pray for our people that are at the front lines. And let's work together in a diversity community. Let's make one of our community one of the best communities. We do this every year for Aboriginal Day. That day is a very important day for us. So as we come here together today, I pray that we'll continue with all the good work that is put up for us. I thank you, Iksha.
A young lady that has come a long way within our Métis people. Ladies and gentlemen, we call at this time Krystle Pederson to do the Métis National Anthem and also the Canadian National Anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From
Long ago were born a people, a new nation rose up strong. Years of trials and tribulations placed us here where we belong. With the past as motivation, all our dreams will be fulfilled. If we're true to our traditions, what a future we will build. We are proud to be Métis, won't you Haitian rise again? Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. Long ago were born a people, our new nation rose up strong. Years of trials and tribulations placed us here where we belong. With the past as motivation, all our dreams will be fulfilled. If we're true to our traditions, what a future we will build. We are proud to be Métis, won't your nation rise again? Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. We are proud to be Métis, won't your nation rise again? Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. We are proud to be Métis, won't your nation rise again? Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian.
In this valley they say you are going. I will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. For they say you are
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome once again Mr. John Drever, singing an honor song on behalf of the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, 60 school, and also the residential school survivors. On behalf of them, a beautiful song that had come about within our people to give us strength, to keep us going, and to keep us in maintaining a way of life in utilizing our ceremonial songs. How John Drever.
Singer-songwriter Buffy St. Marie from the Piapot First Nation won an Academy Award in 1982 for Best Original Song for Up Where We Belong, which she co-wrote with Will Jennings and musician Jack Nietzsche for the film, one of my favorites, An Officer and a Gentleman.
Yeah.
land is known as the Inuit Nanakat, which refers to the land, water, and ice contained in the Arctic region. There are culturally similar indigenous peoples to the Inuit inhabiting the Arctic regions, both Greenland and Alaska.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's make welcome a young man and his dad that have come a long ways within the Métis Nation, within the Métis fiddle and guitar. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the stage Dallas Boyer and Phil Boyer.
The first Métis people were born in eastern Canada as early as the 1600s. They were the children born to European fishermen who had married into Indigenous families. However, the first Red River region in present-day Manitoba, where the Métis Nation was really first established. It was thought that hockey was first played by Micmac Indians in Nova Scotia in the late 1600s using a stick and a frozen ice form embedded with stones and mud. When a player was struck by the puck, they yelled, "Aki," which means ouch.
A young lady, and I've seen this young lady many times in performances, ladies and gentlemen. Not too often that we see this type of singing within our peoples. Ladies and gentlemen, an opera singer, Creeland Linklater.
Nuktuk is one of the principal Inuit languages of Canada. It is spoken in all areas north of the tree line, including parts of Newfoundland, Labrador, Quebec, and to some extent in the northeastern Manitoba, as well as the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. Bannock is a type of fry bread associated with the Métis Nation, and the Western Canada originates from Scotland. The word bannock comes from Gaelic, which means banach, which means morsel.
As we go along, ladies and gentlemen, these young people have come a long way within their ability to utilize this particular dance as part of their ways. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome the Creeland Dancers.
Traditional Inuit food includes marine life such as shellfish, whales, seals, and Arctic char, birds and land animals such as ducks, ptarmigan, bird eggs, bears, muskox, caribou, and plant life, including roots and berries. Washna is a traditional food of the Plain Indians, made from the mixture of dried meat, usually buffalo, dried berries, usually chokecherries, and fat, usually kidney fat or bone marrow, that is pounded together. The Dakota layered the powder and fat into 3-inch layers, forming it into balls that were consumed on special occasions.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard her sing the national anthem and as well the Métis national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, she is quite a performer herself. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome once again Krystle Pederson.
Métis is also considered a dialect of Cree, and Cree heavily influences Oji Cree, a dialect of Ojibwe. Henry Northwest was a Métis Cree cowboy from Alberta who served as an ace sharpshooter in World War I. Known as the Pimple, he was a counter sniper who took out many German riflemen. He was awarded a military medal for saving a great number of Canadian soldiers.
You're cheating hard. It's angry that I moved on. But moving on ain't that easy after all the pain you caused. You said it was over. You broke my heart. How does one move on after
course, ladies and gentlemen, we have many of our people that see a lot of our singers and our people that are famous. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis is alive today. Ladies and gentlemen, impersonating Elvis Presley, John Timmons.
If I could be you, if you could be me, for just 1 hour, and we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. If you could see you through my eyes and say your ego, I believe you'd be surprised to see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Oh, walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, there are people on reservation and out in the ghetto. And brother, there, for the grace of God, hold you and I. If I only had the wings of a little angel, don't you know I'd fly to the top of the mountain, and then I'd cry, walk a mile in my shoes, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Well, if we only those souls and one another, cause I don't think I'll wear my hair same way you do. Oh, well, I may be calling people, but I'm your brother. And when you strike out, you try to hurt me as I hurt you. Lord have mercy, walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, walk a mile in my shoes. Hey, oh, walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse, walk a mile in my shoes. Oh, thank you very much.
The many First Nations men who enlisted to go into battle during World War I went despite the fact that their treaties exempt them from having to serve in the Great Britain's conflicts. On January 27th, 2020, 99-year-old Inuit elder Kwapik Atagatsiak was recognized as a hometown hero for her contributions to Canada. World War II effort. She was part of a nationwide effort to recycle bones, fats, metals, and rubber for wartime production. Living on an island near Igloolik, west of Bamphin Island in Nunavut, Kwapik collected walrus and sea bones, which were used to make aircraft glue, fertilizer, and cordite, which is a type of explosive used in bullets.
There must be lights burning brighter somewhere. Got to be birds flying higher and the sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, oh why, oh why oh, my dream come true. Oh, why there must be peace and understanding sometime. Strong winds of promise that will blow away all the doubt and fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope keeps shining on everyone, tell me why, oh why, oh why won't that sun appear? There's so much down, there's trouble with pain. We're trapped in a world that's covered with pain. But as long as a man has the strength to dream, he can redeem his soul and fly. Deep in my heart, there's a trembling question. Still I am sure that the answer's gonna come somehow out there in the dark. There's a beckoning candle, oh yeah, and while I can think, while I can talk, while I can sing, while I can walk, while I can dream, oh, please let my dream come true. Oh. Right now, oh, let it come true right now. Oh, yeah. Why you? Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, a young lady that has come a long way with country music and of course performing for many, many people and many audience throughout this land. And also, ladies and gentlemen, has made her way to Nashville, Tennessee in recording, and a recording artist in her own right. Ladies and gentlemen, also performed for many, many people across this land. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome at this time, Dreyden Strongarm.
Just because
Douglas Cardinal, the architect who designed First Nations University of Canada and the Gordon Oaks Red Bear Student Center at the University of Saskatchewan, was one of Blackfoot, Kainai, Algonquin, German, and Métis descent. His passion for unconventional forms of an appreciation of nature and landscape was the impetus for his own unique architectural style. Andy McKay, a carver from Arviat, Nunavut, was known for his abstract and simplified sculptures and distinguished himself from his peers in Arrival by depicting animals rather than the more commonly depicted human figures. McKay drew his inspiration from personal observations of Arctic wildlife rather than from Inuit oral traditions or creatures of his own imagination.
Driving down the road, they shine so bright. Every time I look up at those stars, I think of you. I put the radio on like we used to do, and we go, ooh, and sing every tune, driving
ladies and gentlemen, we bring forward a dance troupe from this area of Saskatoon to perform, ladies and gentlemen, the Calling Bear Dance Troupe. If you will, let's give them a big round of applause.
Cap Dakota is 20 minutes south of Saskatoon and is part of the larger Dakota, Nakota, Lakota Nation, whose traditional governance structure was also called the Seven Council Fires. Its lands were extended in both the United States and Canada.
Today there are 7 Indigenous languages spoken across Saskatchewan: Cree, Y, TH dialects, Dene, Saulteaux, Nakota, Dakota, Lakota, Michif, Northern Michif, and Southern Michif. In 1981, while serving as chief of the Federation of Saskatchewan Indian Nations from 1979 to 1986, Saul Sanderson coined the term First Nations in an effort to assert Aboriginal people as a third founding nation of Canada. A lifelong civil servant, he was a founding leader of the Assembly of First Nations and was instrumental to the founding of Saskatchewan Indian Cultural Centre, the Saskatchewan Institute of Technologies, Saskatchewan Indian Federated College, now known as First Nations University of Canada.
The Métis adapted European technology to make life more efficient and effective on the harsh prairies, including the York boat, which was a modification of the fishing boats used by the inhabitants of the Orkney Islands. They were called York boats because they were first built at York Factory and were the major carrier of goods over water during the fur trade era. The word Inuit means the people, and an Inuit person is known as an Inuk. Most of Canada's 65,000 Inuit live in 51 communities spread across the Inuvialuit settlement region, Northwest Territories, Nunavut, Nunavik, Northern Quebec, and Nunatsiavut, Northern Labrador.
Yeah!
Modern Confederacy was a political and military alliance comprised mainly of Plains Cree, Plains Ojibwe, Métis, and Assiniboine people who moved into dominance during the height of the North American fur trade. They operated as middlemen, controlling the flow of European goods to other native nations and the flow of furs to the Hudson's Bay Company and Northwest Company trading posts. Rupert's Land was a large area of Canada owned by the Hudson's Bay Company. It included all of the watersheds draining into and out of Hudson Bay, giving the HBC a monopoly on trade in the area.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring forward a young man, a guitarist, a singer, a young man that has made his way over the past couple of years in performing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the stage, Dreyden Strongarm. This time, ladies and gentlemen, here this afternoon, we have this young man that has worked his way into the way of storytelling. And this particular way tells the story of an eagle in flight and what that eagle sees down below. And a lot of changes and a lot of designs. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about this young man that has started his day of hoop dancing in a way of St. Mary's School. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about my good friend, Mr. Lawrence Roy Jr., hoop dance extraordinaire. course, ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be an event without the hard work of our people from the Saskatoon Indian Métis Friendship Center. A big shout out, ladies and gentlemen, going to the staff and management here of the Saskatoon Indian Métis Friendship Center. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out here this afternoon and taking part in this time that has been set aside for our First Nations people across this land. At this time, to bring closing remarks, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call forward here Mr. Robert Doucette to say some words of closing to each and every one of you.
This brings to a close the National Indigenous Peoples Day celebrations presented by Saskatoon Indian Métis Friendship Center. We want to thank you for watching online in the virtual world. With the COVID-19 pandemic happening today, maybe this is a wave of the future where we do these things online. But we hope you have enjoyed our presentations of really great Indigenous entertainers. And it has also been our honor and privilege to present this to everybody worldwide. So on behalf of the Saskatoon Indian Métis Friendship Center staff and the membership, we want to thank you for watching today.